Hi, my name is Abhishek Patel and I'm a founder of Webion Systems. In this video, we will explore checkpoints in a test complete. Checkpoints are validations or assertions where you compare the actual value with the expected value in your automated test. Okay, so let's record one keyword test. Okay, let me create one keyword test and give a name as checkpoint test. Okay, and now I'm going to click on this web and going to drag and drop this run browser. Going to select Chrome browser, click next and tested URL and finish. And now from this point I want to record my keyword test, so I'm going to click on this add to test to the current position. Okay, and now I am going to click on this add and remove element link, which will take me to this page, and here I want to validate that on this page the title should be add remove elements. So I want to add a checkpoint here. So either I just move my mouse and keep on that web object, which will bring up this red rectangle with this plus symbol or icon on top, hover over it and it will open this window which suggests the checkpoints. Okay, so as I want to check that the title should be add remove element, so I can select this option. Okay, content text should equal to add remove element, so I'm gonna click on it. Okay, so now checkpoint got added to my keyword test. Here on this button I want to check that the text of this button should be add element, so again I'm gonna do the same thing, or I can use this add checkpoint button. So let me click on it. So it will open up this checkpoint wizard window, and here it will ask me which checkpoint I want to use. Now most of the time you are going to use object property if you are developing the functional automated test. So click on the object property and now select this icon, drag and drop on the button. Okay, now it will open up this checkpoint wizard window again. Click on next, and here it is prompting me or suggesting me the property that I can use. Okay, since I want to check the content text is equal to add element, I'm going to keep this as it is. Okay, and click on a finish. Okay, now when I click on this add element, this delete button appears. Now I want to check that delete button is visible on screen. Okay, again I'm going to click on add check, object property, select this button and drop on the button, that is delete button, and now I want to check the property that this button is visible on a screen. Okay, click on next and let's see if there is a visible on screen property is there. Okay, so by default it's not there, so I have to click on this more properties button. Now I have this bunch of properties that I can use in my keyword test. So that I want to select visible on screen. Yeah, this is the property that I want to use, so I'm going to select this property as I want to use it and gonna click on finish. Okay, and that's it, and I'm going to stop my recording. Okay, now test complete will process all this step and put inside this window, and let me remove the unnecessary step. Okay, so this is how you can record the checkpoint. You can even manually do that. Okay, for instance, when I click on this delete button disappears and I want to check that. Okay, so first let me click on this delete button and let me add that step manually. So I can click on this frequently used and use this on-screen action, drag and drop inside your keyword test. Again, hold this button and drop on the button delete. Okay, Now I can use the test complete actions, and the action I want to do on that button is click. So I'm going to click, and here I'm going to select this click button. Okay, next and finish. So this action is going to click on this delete button. Okay, and once the button is deleted, I want to check that delete button does not exist on this page. So I'm going to copy this property where we were checking the delete button is visible on screen, and now I'm going to paste here, and here I'm going to double click on this property, click on next, and I want to use the property where it says does not exist on screen. Since it is not here, I'm going to click on more properties and type exist. Okay, it is there, exist, and I'm going to select this property, and from true to I'm going to change it to false. I want to check if that property does not exist. Okay, if that button does not exist, so this exists is true, so I'm changing it to false. Okay, and click on finish. Okay, it says I can only specify one property. Okay, no worries. So make sure you first unselect this property, the default property, that is this one, because you can select only one property, and finish. Okay, so we have our keyword test ready. So we saw how to add a checkpoint by recording and how to add a checkpoint manually. To add a checkpoint manually, again click on this checkpoints here, and drag this checkpoint wizard and drop in your keyword test, and you can select the checkpoint that you want to use. Okay, cancel. Let me close this browser and let's run my test. Okay, and let's see how it goes. And since it was the negative checkpoint property that does not exist, it's taking like a default timeout, and our test got passed. And if you look into the log, you can see those properties. The property checkpoint passed content text equals to add remove element, that was the title, and the content text of the button is add element, and the delete button was visible on a screen. Okay, and the button had a content text delete, and the property checkpoint pass exists equal to false. That means the delete button was not exist or didn't exist upon clicking on it. Okay, so these were the properties coming from the property checkpoint, and like I said, most of the time you are going to deal with the property checkpoint. Another popular checkpoint is this region checkpoint, that is comparing the image on a screen. Okay, let me use this region checkpoint. For that, let me navigate to the Facebook, and I want to check that this Facebook image is there on this landing page of a Facebook. Okay, so for that I'm going to use this property, not property, but region checkpoint. Just drag and drop in your keyword test, and you have these three options. Either you drag and drop on the Facebook image, or you can select the window region. I'm going to use this selected window region. Once I click on it, my cursor will change into this small plus symbol, and I can select this Facebook logo on a landing page. Okay, and I can rename this Facebook logo from panel to Facebook logo image. Okay, and this Facebook logo image is going to be stored inside this store folder. Okay, inside the store folder. Let's click on next, and we don't want any pixel tolerance or color tolerance, and click on finish. And if you notice, inside the stores and inside the store we have this region folder, and inside this region this Facebook logo image got stored. Okay, so this is the expected image and we want to compare it against the Facebook page. Okay, let's see how it goes. So since I want to run this single operation, I'm going to right click on that operation and run selected operation, and it will check the expected image with the actual image and the region checkpoint Facebook logo image passed. If I close this window and let me run this again, and this time it should fail. This time it should fail. It will fail before the expected timeout. And now it got failed. Okay, now it got failed. So these are a couple of the checkpoints that you are going to use most of the time, but you also have other checkpoints like web accessibility checkpoint. You can use this checkpoint when you want to check that if all the links on a page are working and all the images are in a good shape. That means there are no broken images like that. Okay, you can have this file checkpoint which compares the two files byte by byte. Okay, so I'm pretty much sure you won't be using this checkpoints too often, but most of the time you are going to work with this property checkpoint and either region checkpoint. But in case if you are using any other checkpoints and have a doubt, please feel free to write a comment in comment section and I will help you out with it. Okay, so that's it in this video. That's it about the checkpoint, and I'm sure that will help you to get started with using checkpoint in Test Complete. Thank you very much and see you next time.
So if you need a software testing consultation or software testing training, then visit to our company's URL, that is www.webyawnsystems.com, and on the home page click on this contact us button, which will take you to the contact us section of the website. Now here either you can write us at contact@webyawnsystems.com, or you can call us at this number if you are from India, or at this number if you are from United States or the Canada. Thank you.